his own life. The realization does not make these men anti-women. It does not make them anti-relationship. It does not make them bitter or cynical or closed off. In many cases, the opposite is true. The realization frees them to engage with women when they choose to engage. Encyclopedia degrees may sleep through the pool, so you won't be sweating your life glass because the temperature is all 5 degrees. It's degrees from a chick, and actually more honest, more respectful, more genuinely human terms than the dependent framework ever allowed. And the realization does change them permanently. It changes them in a way that cannot be undone. The cultural narrative that organized so much of their previous existence has been exposed by their own experience. They cannot unsee what they have seen. They cannot unknow what they have learned. They cannot return to the previous belief structure, even if they wanted to, because the evidence of their own lives is too overwhelming to ignore. These men will continue to live their lives. They will continue to build. They will continue to grow. Some of them will, at some point, encounter a woman who genuinely fits with the life they've constructed, and they will engage with her from a place of completeness rather than need. And the relationship that emerges from that will be qualitatively different from any relationship the previous framework allowed. Other men will continue alone, not because they cannot find partnership, but because they recognize that partnership is one of the many ways to live a meaningful life. They have constructed lives that already serve their meaning without it. Either way, realization stays. The truth, once unveiled, is not truth. Men who carry a term of the most quietly powerful figures of the era we are entering. Men who know themselves, know their capabilities, know their actual needs, refuse to organize their existence around assumptions that their own experience is disproved. This is what years of living alone produces. The men who use those years well. It produces clarity, it produces freedom, it produces the discovery that you are never as dependent as the surrounding culture told you that you were. Once you know that, you really know it, in your bones, in your own evidence. You walk through the world differently. You hold yourself differently. You engage with others differently. The whole texture of your life changes, because the foundation underneath it has been replaced with something more honest. Now here is the question I want to leave you with. The question I want you to drop in the comments below so other men can learn from your experience. When did you know? When did the lie finally collapse for you? Was it a specific moment, or did it dawn on you gradually over the years? What was the evidence that finally made it undeniable for you? Tell me your story. Tell the other men reading these comments what your turning point was. Because the men who are still in the early years of their solitude, the ones who are still wrestling with the cultural programming, still partially believing the lie, they need to hear from men who have made it through to the other side. Your story is their map. If this video gave language to a realization you've been carrying, if it described in detail the truth that years of your own life have been confirming, then I need you to do 3 things right now. First, answer the question I just asked. Drop your story in the comments below. The moment the lie collapsed for you, the evidence that finally made it undeniable, your turning point. The other men watching this video are going to scroll through those comments looking for confirmation that they are not crazy, and what they are sensing is real, and what they have discovered has been discovered by countless other men before them. Your comment becomes part of the proof for the next man who needs to see it. Second, if this video resonated, smash that like button right now. Not for me, for the algorithm. So this message reaches every man who is still inside the cultural program, still partially believing the lie, still wondering whether his own experience can be trusted. Every man needs to know that lots of other men with this exact experiment have reached the same conclusion. Third, subscribe to this channel and turn on notifications. We're building a community of men who think clearly, trust their own evidence, and willing to name truths that the surrounding culture is not yet ready to acknowledge. If you stay with me, understanding yourself, your generation, and your strategic place in the evolving future, sharpen every week, every week,